Hi, it's Michelle from Honest and Truly, and today I am going to show you, as part of a sponsored campaign from Collective Bison's advertiser, how to make this super cute little pouch out of duct tape. It's great because you can take it, stick it in your purse, and have all your necessities in here, so they're not going to get opened accidentally, they're not going to get lost, and then, once you've gotten them out and reused it, simply close it back up again and everything is safe and secure in one spot. So let's take a look at how we make this super easy and fun tool. Okay, so let's get going. All you're going to need is your duct tape. You can either use one color or two colors. I chose one color just because I did. You can absolutely use two colors, one for the inside, one for the outside. A ruler, which technically is optional, but I find it makes things a little easier. And a pair of scissors, just so you can keep things neat and clean. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our duct tape and we're going to cut 3 strips that are 8 inches long. The 8 inches long is going to be the base of the case itself. Easiest for me is to use a chopping block just because things come up from it more easily, but use whatever you want to do this. Okay, great. We've got our 3 strips and we're ready to start. So all you're going to do is take your first strip and lay it down so that the sticky side is up. And then you're going to take your next strip and you're going to lay it over this strip. You want a little bit of overlap, but you don't want to have a ton of overlap on this. Just get it to stick. And you're going to go ahead and do that a 3rd time. Once you've got this, you're going to flip it upside down, take it, and again, you're just going to make a little bit of an overlap, and this is going to be the width of your pouch. Once you have this done, you're going to set this aside for a moment, and you're going to set, again, and cut 4 strips. This time you're going to make them 9 inches because you want to have a little overlap so it's longer than your previous one. Now, once you have your 3 strips, you're going to take your inside out duct tape roll again, and this time you're going to set it up. I want to have mine so that this is the upright way, so I'm simply going to set it as close to the edge on top as possible and have it going straight down. Just get it to stick, and then I'm going to flip it a little bit like that. I'm going to take my second strip, and again I want it to be as close to the top as possible, but it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be exact. And I'm just going to roll it on there like this, and then get it firmed up. Then I'm going to take my last strip and do the exact same thing. Now, with the bottom, this is what's going to have it stay so that there's a closure. So we're just going to take it, run our hand, make sure it's done. You can kind of figure out where that first inside layer is and where it stops. And then you're going to take your scissors and maybe 1/8 of an inch above that, just cut it off like that. And now you can see it's still stuck on the bottom. I'm going to take an extra little piece of tape that's just about the width of that, and I'm going to put it over this, so that it just gives it a little bit more security. Nothing's going to fall out of the bottom of my case. I'd like it to all stay in the purse where it belongs. Trim up the edges if you have any excess. And you're almost done with the bottom half. The only thing I'm going to do is, just because it's not exactly perfect on top, I'm going to go ahead and just cut off a little bit from the top so it's a little bit more even and smooth, and I don't run the risk of having my inside top sticking. Now, we're going to make the top, and we're going to make the top so that it stays and slides on. This, we want to have it be not super tight, so you want it to go around the outside and have it be a little bit loose when you do that. So again, we're just going to lay this tape down here, put this on, and just roll it up. And you don't want it super loose, but you don't want it tight either. Because I don't want mine to only have about that much room where I'm afraid it might slide off my purse, I'm going to do a second layer of this. Again, I'm going to give it a nice overlap. Put it over here, roll it up, and then I can pull it off this because I'm done with this for right now. We're going to do the exact same thing that we did for the bottom on the covering of it. So again, take your strip of tape. I'm going to have mine go horizontal this time rather than having it go vertical again. But line it up with the bottom. Put it all the way around. And this time, just because I do want it to be a little bit cleaner, I am going to go ahead and use my scissors to cut this edge so I don't have kind of that fluffy edge that you get from ripping tape. And again, I'm just going to use the scissors to give myself a nice clean edge. Like we did with the bottom closure, we're going to go ahead, make sure this is tight up on top, and then we're going to snip off just a little bit so it's clean, and leaving about 1/8 of an inch to keep it secure. Grab our extra piece of tape that I had here, place it up and over. Our top is also secure, and I'm going to cut off the excess that I have right here. And then on the bottom again, I'm just going to cut the bottom to give it a little bit of a cleaner edge and make sure that the bottom inside doesn't stick together. And honestly, we're done. This slides right up on top of here. So what do you think? That was super easy and super fun too. So you can make it this size where I used 5 strips of duct tape around, or you can make it the smaller size that I showed you in the tutorial. Whatever works for you and however you want it to look in the end. So tell me, what do you think? Leave me a comment below, and then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss anything else.